You had some points about a certain Mezut Ozil. If I don't even know.
I don't
Ozil.
even really. I'm just. The whole saga is just winding me up. It needs to come to an end. So Mesut Ozil has basically not been picked for our Premier League squad this season. Um, I don't know what the rules are on international transfer windows, if any of them are still open, but I would just say just get him out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Save the remaining wedge that we're playing.
it kind of reminds me of the whole Danny Rose saga as well. But like, at least with Danny Rose, they could just like be more open about what that was, and I think the Amazon documentary did help with showing exactly how that went down. But now I think Jose Mourinho actually said in the post-match conference for, I think it was on Thursday, that he could see the kind of attitude that Danny Rose had, and that it wasn't really fit for the team he was trying to play, so he preferred Ben Davies in that role anyway. So, I'm guessing he wants players that can really listen to sort of instruction and have some humility about them, which I think Rose doesn't.
Well, that humility is a good word, really. Knowing where you stand, and I think Özil values his self-worth to Arsenal a lot more. Just because he has a billion Twitter followers or whatever. He's not been good for several seasons.
Yeah, of course.
I attest to this, and I maintain my stance on that. And yet he thinks we owe him something. He's 32 years old. I know William's 32. So I can't really talk that much about that. But he must. He's been given chance after chance to prove himself.
But nobody owes anybody anything in the sense of like. The key word in football through seasons and seasons is consistency, and if you can't show consistency, you're not going to be picked as a first team player. As simple as that, really. And that seems to be the situation with Özil. It was the situation with a lot of the Spurs play, a few of the Spurs players as well that aren't on the first team now, except for Harry Winks. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just sad about it now, because he really was a good player when he started. And he did definitely he produced some really great performances and moments for us. But he's really just tarnished his legacy now, and I don't blame Arteta really for leaving him out. So I'll read you the Sky Sports article anyway. Mesut Ozil has accused Arsenal of a lack of loyalty after being left out of their Premier League squad, but vowed to keep fighting for his chance. The highest paid player in Arsenal's history appears to have played his last game for the club. And I was actually at that game before all the shit hit the fan and lockdown happened. It was a game, it was West Ham at home. And I got to be honest, he actually looked pretty good. He was he was probably our best player on the pitch that day. We were absolutely appalling, and West Ham should have beaten us. But so he was not included in the Premier League squad for the 2021 season. In a statement, Ozil said he was saddened by the decision. He was also left out of our Europa League plans. His £350,000 a week contract expires at the end of the campaign, but he promised he would not let my 8th season at Arsenal end like this. I am deeply disappointed by the fact I've not been registered for the Premier League season. Upon signing my new contract in 2018, I pledged my loyalty and allegiance to the club that I love, Arsenal, and it saddens me that this has not been reciprocated. As I've just found out, loyalty is hard to come by nowadays. I've always tried to remain positive from week to week, and there's maybe a chance to get back in the squad soon again. That's why I kept silent so far. The German World Cup winner played in every Premier League game under Mikel Arteta until last season was The German World Cup winner played in every Premier League game under Mikel Arteta until last season was halted due to the coronavirus pandemic and has not featured since. So Arteta gave him his chance,
Mm.
right? It's not as if he was as soon as Arteta came in, he was frozen out of the squad. Right?
No, of course not. It's not like a Zidane situation, is it?
Yeah, he was frozen out under Emery for not being, not figuring into his plans. And then Arteta's given him his chance, right? Okay, step up, get us into, Europa League place, and or get us, further as far as you can. I just don't think he's pulled his weight at all, really.
Yeah, I mean, like,
So what do we, and for the wedge that he's on, and it's like, what do we owe him, really?
Yeah, I was just looking for articles as well, and this one was kind of like, I don't know, is even Ozil's agent trying to make excuses and trying to blame Arteta for what's happened? So the title reads, Ozil's agent says Mikel Arteta has failed to be honest about player. His agent has ramped up the playmaker's dispute with Arsenal by claiming Arteta has not been truthful about the reasons for exiling him from the squad. So, from the quote, it says that they deserve an honest explanation. Not saying I failed Ozil. You didn't fail Ozil. Ozil, you failed to be fair, honest, and transparent, and treat someone with respect who has a contract and was loyal all the time. Every single person outside knows he hasn't treated him fairly. He didn't give him a chance to show himself this season. If he is still under contract, the player should have the option to fight for his place. Mezut hasn't been given that. What do you say about that?
He has been given that chance. He was given that chance, like I said, he was given that chance as soon as Arteta took over as manager, and he played him in every game. And we went on it wasn't a great run, really, with him and the team. And he just was, I can't remember how many assists or whatever he had last season. But it wasn't enough. And I don't know. I'm hoping that this hits the nail on the head on the whole situation. But at the same time, there's still stuff that we're being left in the dark about. Like, all the stuff over the years about him having to sit out because of injury, or he broke, he supposedly, there were rumors that he had depression. There was rumors that he was, he did his back. He had a recurring back problem that wouldn't go away. And it's like, just tell us what's going on. They're being far too surreptitious and, far too undisclosing about the whole situation.
But why would they be very undisclosing about that? But as soon as something happened with Granit Xhaka, for example, it was all over the news that, Emery was offering counselling and all that kind of stuff. And, it was...
I don't know. I just... The way he's coming across to me, Ozil, is as a bit of a prima donna,
Possibly, yeah.
And the sooner he goes, the better, really. I just want this this whole free ring circus media PR Twitter shit to just end,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is what it is, and I think he'd be better off somewhere else as well. But on to a bit brighter news. I'm sure I don't know if you've heard any news about Spurs trying to offer Son a new contract.
No, I haven't, actually.
So, I have to subscribe to this one. I hate the Telegraph so much.
Yeah. Oh, but speaking of money, incidentally, we have Nitsa JT9, who's apparently given us a donation.
Yeah,
Have you got any notifications of that?
I probably do on PayPal. I'll check later, but
yeah, but thank you very much for that. If you did,
yeah, I really appreciate it.